more than 50% of the receiving yards from last year gone. They're having to replace more than any offense. Darnold pokes one. Smith-Njigba's loose. Jaxon Smith-Njigba gets behind the rookie Upton Stout for 22.
Looking out of the inside, in the slot, it's just a little wheel route. Look, he sells like he's going to the flat and then turns it up the sideline. The anticipation and the touch. We talked Brock Purdy did it on his opening drive, throwing guys open. Putting the air on the ball there by Sam Darnold's what's allowed against some of these soft 2-minute type shell defenses.
And now throw over the middle, Smith-Njigba.
Now they can go fast. They'll take a timeout. You see McDonald, he raced down the sideline. So the most important element of a 2-minute drive is the drive starter. So they tried it with the handoff. That put him in second and reasonable. But look how deep these safeties are. There's so much space in the middle of the field.
With a minute 13, 2nd and 10. Darnold, one-on-one, Smith-Njigba! They went back to Smith-Njigba, and he beat Green. 41 yards to the 14.
So Clint Kubiak, he looked across on that last possession of the 49ers and saw the Ricky Pearsall double move, and he said, all right, I've got one of those double moves in my back pocket too, and the go-to guy all day has been Smith-Njigba. Watch, he sells the out, up, and just...
Seattle avoids disaster on 3rd down. Now play action, shot downfield. Smith-Njigba's got it against Ramsey. Down to the 10-yard line. And a beautiful touch throw by Darnold to find his top target.
Well, look at the speed on the edge for Njigba. He fought through the contact.
2nd down and 10. Pressure coming. Darnold in trouble and still on his feet. Now moving, and he's got a man. Smith-Njigba at the 30. And Smith-Njigba shoved out by Alontae Taylor. Wow, the Saints had Darnold. Brian Brzee could not get him down, and it goes for 29 yards.
Jason, this is a great example by number 11, Jaxon Smith-Njigba, seeing that his quarterback is in trouble and then going into their scramble.
Torrey Horton goes in motion on 1st down and 10. A play fake. Darnold on the move. Darnold throws, and he's got a man. Touchdown! Jaxon Smith-Njigba. His first touchdown of the season.
This offense and what it's able to do, and this is old school Gary Kubiak going boot to your left side right there for Sam Darnold and able to get his shoulders around the head. Jaxon Smith-Njigba.
When they were playing and coaching the Saints.
Darnold deep on 1st down. Smith-Njigba reels it in. There is a flag back at the line of scrimmage.
How about this pass protection for Sam Darnold? Look at it. Able to wait, bounce, and then there's the penalty by Godchaux, dropping him real late in it. But Smith-Njigba just runs past Kool-Aid McKinstry, number 4, and underneath him was Justin Reed, number 21, and that pass, again, dropped in the bucket. Sam Darnold.
Darnold. Deep downfield and reaching back is Smith-Njigba. 36 yards.
What's better, the throw or the stutter and go? What a route by Jaxon Smith-Njigba, able to run away from Max Melton. But heck of a job, right over the outside shoulder, right foot, left foot, out of bounds, and a 1st down where the Cardinals have some momentum. Crowds in the game, 3rd and 6, and Sam Darnold. Look at the eyes, focusing on that safety. Saw him bite down, knew that he had a one-on-one to the outside to his best receiver.
Darnold to the sideline, caught, and getting out of bounds Smith-Njigba, but they say no.
It'll be a 30-second timeout. It's a battle of former Ohio State wide receivers trying to make big plays to win the game. Jaxon Smith-Njigba, much like his former teammate, back shoulder fade. Good ball again, good timing by Sam Darnold. Look where he puts this, and another DB that struggles to find the football.
They're going to review this play to see if he was inbounds or out of bounds. If they rule him out of bounds.
And Smith-Njigba on the move, and Charbonnet will remain with a line drive. Caught, touchdown! Working on Vildor. Jaxon Smith-Njigba. Second touchdown reception of the season. And a 6-yard laser thrown by quarterback Sam Darnold. From last season, if you can believe that, to this. Second down 2. Fake to Walker. Look at the time. Going deep, and he's got him. Smith-Njigba. What a catch. Beating Winfield. Oh, what a beauty. 52 yards.
Watch Smith-Njigba. He works, it looks like, and as soon as the safety turns his hip, as soon as Winfield turns his hips to the inside, then Smith-Njigba takes it to the outside, and that's when Darnold lets it fly. And then it's a matter of can he locate the ball. Winfield never is able to get his head around to locate it. He's in position.
Darnold straight drop, floating one, and toward the sideline at the 45. Jaxon Smith-Njigba, and yes, he kept his feet in, ruled a catch.
Well, you get this much cushion, right? I mean, that's called an access throw. So we're going to just drive the corner off and then sit down.
Hoping to cross midfield for the first time, trailing 6-0. Fake to Charbonnet, stepping up is Darnold, and Sam floats one open is Smith-Njigba, and he will glide to about the 21-yard line of Jacksonville.
So they're coming over, and what they're doing is they're getting this backside here to hang off that 2 tight end look. So as Smith-Njigba comes over, there's nobody underneath. You see Gardeck chasing late, but he was there. He got sucked up into that play action, and there's Smith-Njigba. He is so good right now, and I'm telling you.
So Walker's available there, Trayvon Walker, but just hasn't been very active as Darnold sets to throw, and floating one down the middle. And Smith-Njigba has it. Touchdown Seahawks.
You've got that much space right there, and Njigba gets on the toes of the DB and just says, see you later, I'm faster than you. And Sam Darnold.
Houston make a play, force a field goal attempt. They had a chance there. Now they have to recover from the penalty. You go down 2 scores. The way the offense is playing in this environment could be trouble. And right for the end zone, and scoring and dunking is Jaxon Smith-Njigba. Flags down afterward for the celebration, but Darnold strikes to JSN.
This is just elite. You're going to watch Cooper Kupp go on an inside post. Petrie's going to follow. Look at Sam Darnold. Freeze it at the top. I mean, he's going to have chaos right there. Look at, he is getting destroyed, and just a trust throw to JSN. JSN uses his...
Defense right back out there. Darnold dropped it to Smith-Njigba. What a throw. No. What a play. They're consulting it for the count.
That's as good of a throw as you can possibly make. Because Kamari Lassiter, I've watched it from the very beginning.
Torrey Horton make that first catch. That's big.
Both teams thin at receiver tonight. This is the star receiver for Seattle. Jaxon Smith-Njigba takes the run for the first down. Get the third-year man out of Ohio State on the move to move the chains.
Superstar. There's no other way to say it.
No gain, leaves it 3rd and 5. Washington needs a play. Darnold finds it. First down, Smith-Njigba. And on the move after the catch to the 39-yard line. It's another 20-plus yard gain for Jaxon Smith-Njigba and against Pete Carroll's team. 2nd and 3. Darnold throwing sideline. Smith-Njigba's got it.
Feeling, here he is in the backfield again, and this little loop route here to the outside, and Darnold never looked anywhere else. He sees the man-to-man, I'm going to my man. There you go, right in the breadbasket, and what a smoking start to this game by Sam Darnold.
Okay, he might be down inbounds there. Terry McCauley, bring our rules analyst in. What does that mean?
He is down in bounds. They'll reverse that. That means it goes to a running clock, so Seattle can use their last timeout.
Walker the back, opening drive, 1st and 10. They began back at the 35. The fake to Walker, who offers a block. And then going deep and looking inside the court. Smith-Njigba with the grab. What a catch. 43-yard touchdown strike. Working on Thompson.
Just got through talking about play action pass. Timed up perfectly with this call. Getting one-on-one on the outside. Because of the pressure that was brought by Arizona, that leaves them in man coverage. Able to take advantage of it. As Smith-Njigba.
You draft a young offensive lineman like Zabel, because he's about as good as a young lineman we've seen in years.
Here's the fade, looking downfield for Smith-Njigba, who plucked it with one hand. JSN.
Right on cue. There's the first deep ball connection of the game against Darius Williams outside. And
I mean, he's on this Seahawks team. Not a lot of stats this year, but really a great asset that they've brought in.
Darnold with time going up top for Jaxon Smith-Njigba. Drops it in the bucket, and he will backpedal for a touchdown. What a throw. What a catch. 6 on the board from 63 out.
This is what this offense does. And he gets on top of Amani Hooker so quickly. So you've got JSN going up against the safety. That's what you want. You're done. You're in trouble right there. He's on top of you. And a really good.
And clean up some of our pre-snap issues.
Yeah, 0 for 2 in the red zone. Now 1 for 6 the last game and a half for Seattle. Darnold on first down. Flushed, finds Smith-Njigba. Another big play. Jaxon Smith-Njigba still on his feet and finally out of bounds at the 20-yard line of Tennessee. First down.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about the one guy you can't let do this. And I know that at some point there's going to be defensive calls and you want to be able to play a little bit man-to-man. But you've got to be very, very careful based on where you are pre-snap and how you're going to have your coverage set. And now getting back to some of those explosive pass plays.
On 2nd and 4, play action. Darnold to the end zone. Smith-Njigba with his second touchdown of the day. 13 yards, and Seattle storms down the field to grab 6 out of the locker room.
Yeah, just watch the route. So he's going to win inside. Then he's going to bend outside to give him some space from the safety before he comes back. And just really well
in this second half. 2nd and 11. Darnold over the middle. Jaxon Smith-Njigba on the run. Breaks a tackle. He'll take it all the way in for a Seattle touchdown.
Press outside, back up. There's the little stumble you talked about. Xavier Watts, 31, terrible angle. Terrible angle coming down from the safety spot. You've got to know that 11 is coming across the field and run to where he's going to be, not where he was. I don't know if he got caught with Cooper Kupp coming across in the other direction.
Darnold on 3rd down. Pressure comes to the end zone. It's Jaxon Smith-Njigba for the 2nd time today with a touchdown.
This may be a play for all Seahawk fans to go, okay, our offense is back. Watch Sam Darnold on this. Drops back.
3rd down and 3. Darnold over the middle. He's got Smith-Njigba. Smith-Njigba inside the 20 and out of bounds. They needed a big play, and they go to their star wide receiver for 28 yards.
And right in the middle of the field against this zone defense, he's able to hit Smith-Njigba running from the slot right there. And those are the challenges for this Colts defense.
Rivers watching as Darnold operates the Seattle offense. Play action. Darnold steps up, throws on the run, and he's got a man. Smith-Njigba breaks free. Smith-Njigba down the sideline and pushed out of bounds by Bynum. The Colts could not get Smith-Njigba to the ground, and he makes them pay for 39 yards.
And really good job of going play action. What they're going to do here, Shaheed's going to come all the way out here. Then Jaxon Smith-Njigba is going to come in and get back to the sideline. And an excellent job by...
Even though he was a young receiver at that time. It's you, the old Buckeye. What about you want to bring Chris Carter's name into it? 2nd down and 15. Pass is caught. Oh, well, you knew sooner or later he had to grab one, and he does. And that gets the crowd rising. 20-yard game.
And now QBX having a hard time getting him the ball out wide, so he puts him into the back.
Darnold, play fake, looks, throws, caught! Smith-Njigba. Now comes the drama.
Here's the touchdown, Al. What a job by Darnold with a nice play fake, and a good job of separating by JSN. No receptions in the first half, all 96 yards and a touchdown in the second half.
Line it up at the 30. Single setback Walker. Fake the handoff, bootleg for Darnold. Looking downfield, Darnold. Perfectly placed, Smith-Njigba. Another first down, and that was a fastball from Darnold for 17 yards.
This is JSN on J.C. Horn. They start on the left side of the field, come all.
Low snap, Darnold. Jaxon Smith-Njigba, nice move. Broken tackle, and another still going down the sideline, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 37. A missed tackle by D. Winters, and let's take a look. They marked him out of bounds at the 37.
Not yet. There it is.
Second and goal. Fake. Darnold. Looking, firing, end zone. It is caught! Touchdown! Jaxon Smith-Njigba!
Wow.
Third and short. George Halani checks into the game in the backfield, subbing for Charbonnet. Fake it to him. Darnold rolling. Looking, throwing. Oh, did he keep it in bounds? He did! Come on! Smith-Njigba, just terrific.
Kind of a two ball. There's a tiny bit of arc. You can see it over Spates. And when he's got that vision and he feels like there's kind of a yard or two of space, the concentration he has, and he hasn't dropped many balls this year, but he's got the length.
Pressure. Darnold launching deep. Going down there. It's caught! And hanging on is Smith-Njigba.
Yeah, all about the route. Gets the safety turned around. Cam Curl, he just nods to the outside, then Curl kind of goes to the pylon. That's the indicator that Darnold needs, just to lay the ball up in the air. And then JSN goes out there. Got a good clean hit there by Cam Curl. You see it right here. JSN, that nod to the outside, and then back to the post. Just takes a little bit of time when he runs his route. It's really hard for any defensive back to get a beat on what he's doing.
Darnold looking at him again. Some pressure, though. Hit as he throws. Man open. Guess who? Smith-Njigba. Touchdown, Seattle.
They get enough time in pass protection. Smith-Njigba in the backfield. They get enough time for him to kind of stand in the pocket, wait for that to develop. He comes out, Cooper Kupp takes the underneath part of the coverage.
That's Jaxon Smith-Njigba in motion. They're going to throw it to him, as you said. Gets a block and a good one. Smith-Njigba down to the 20. You said every time he's in the backfield, they're going to throw it to him, and they did.
Yeah, he's not in there to disguise much. He becomes the primary target. But there's a lot of good blocking that needs to take place on this block screen. And who better to do it than one of the most